So this piece contains some images that can be considered disturbing or cannibalistic, but the quick cuts that keep you moving assures that you never focus on any particular thing for too long to really disturb you in this opening. And the performers appear as if they're growing out of the trees in one part of this because of the camouflage nature of their outfits, which was a very smart touch. The idea of the fast cuts is prevalent throughout this piece, right? And so we have the music, and it seems like the cuts are to the music, which gives this piece a really unique way that it moves. The performers are also utilizing natural elements throughout the entire piece. That is a theme that is prevalent throughout the whole thing.
It explores the dancers in nature and especially the coastal seashore. The shot of the crabs was quite unique. The dancers in the forest scene were very much a part of that environment. You really got the sense that they were growing there, and I enjoyed the camouflage of their costume. I like the aesthetic of the women dancers who were fabric wrapped in large binding ribbon type pieces and how they were performing on the beach sand. I enjoyed that very much. And I thought that the rhythm changes were excellent in the soundtrack and really elevated the piece. And the frenetic scene play near the conclusion was also a nice tensionable build to see what would happen.
I really liked how they kind of leaned into this kind of raw animalistic power. Um, and I would say the majority of the dancing in this, that's the kind of tone and the kind of feel that I got off of watching it, that it was really, really raw, really, really intense, really, really powerful, but had this kind of like animalistic sense to it almost, with how raw it was, with how powerful it was, how it felt. And then when you combine that with their use of the scenes that they were in, with the ocean, with the water and the beach and the forest and the kind of, it seems like a road in the middle of a field. When you combine the power and the feeling of the dance along with the raw environment, which is kind of what they were in, I think that it just intensifies all of those things, right? It just intensifies the power. It intensifies the kind of animalistic, almost baser part of the dance that they were tapping into, which I really, really loved because it felt almost like the dancers were coming out of those places, and that what you were seeing and how they were dancing was the type of movement that you would see from those locations.
This right away grabs your attention because it kind of spills a little mystical, like it belongs in a different world, while highlighting the scenery. This was a very dark film. Say when someone caught on fire, it kind of made me jump a little bit and I didn't expect it. This film had a lot of surprises in it that were completely baffling. But it's something that will stick with me. I'll remember a film like this because I really didn't expect the way it went. The music stayed consistent throughout with dark. You just always expect something a little better is going. It feels a little more like a gang of some type of mystical creatures. At first I was thinking with the water, maybe mermaids, and then it went to on ground, so vampires. It kind of puts a lot of ideas in your head about what this is and who it could be. It's really quite captivating to watch.
Really striking piece. There's so much going on here, and it's so uh, thoughtfully done and crafted really well. We get this just great imagery, one after the other, and it just keeps coming. And yeah, just really well done. Everything from the way it was shot to the costumes and the movements themselves, and just yeah, the selection of imagery that we're treated to here is just phenomenal.